that sequence. You're going to do exactly what so now you do it all the times. Because you know that, but still you cannot see that he loves it. Samson loves it.
What's happening? Welcome to the video. It is Thursday the 26th of June. Currently 14 weeks and 3 days out from show number 1. And we finally have some changes to the diet, as you can see from the meal in front of me. Sorry for the shaking. It is the clen. I've just got back from cardio. Yeah, changes to the diet. My bagel, my beloved bagel, has gone from meal 1. Both training and rest days. So I've got egg whites, whole eggs, and green beans. Obviously I'm a big fan of green beans on dieting just because of the volume it gives you. If you're wondering why I've got this on 2 plates as well, another mental game when dieting is to make yourself feel like you're eating more. So I'll split my egg whites from my whole eggs rather than make it into one big egg. Carl's bumped up the egg whites to 300ml from 200ml because we took the bagel away, and I've got my normal 300, 3 whole eggs and 150 green beans, and that's where I'm at today. Today I'm training a planet. I've got push. I've also got a shoot there first as well, so I'm going to just train in there, and that's Planet Riddiga, by the way, not 𝘴𝘱𝘰𝘵𝘪𝑯𝘭𝘺. Obviously I've been dabbling between the two of them. When I can, I'll be over to 𝘴𝘱𝘰𝘵𝘪𝑯𝘭𝘰 for most of my sessions. However, I have noticed the kit in Riddiga is slightly better for push, so I might just use my push sessions, or use Riddiga for my push sessions. And also, if I'm driving north on a shoot, it's much easier for me to go to Riddiga and then drive than go to 𝘴𝘱𝘰𝘵𝑯𝑭𝘰, because that can add like 30 minutes to my already long journey, which is like 3.5 to 4 hours. So you're kicking on to like 5 hours for travel then if I go hunting rabbits. So that's where I'm at. Checked in yesterday, it was 240. My weight bumped back up after Ibiza. Been floating around mid 230s. Went back up to 240, a little bit of a head fuck, but Carl kind of reassured me, obviously everything being back in terms of food, water, cycle, a lot more consistent with that. There is going to be just an organic bump in body weight. So 240, however, I was 237 this morning, so I dropped another £3. God knows, my weight is just up and down at the moment, so I'm hoping it stabilizes just so we can track it, like we can see that linear regression. When I say regression, I don't mean going backwards, but a regression in body weight going down. So that's that. I'm going to eat my food because it's getting cold, and I'll catch you in a bit.
50 times in front of me.
Well, they're triceps.
And triceps are the cats. Yeah.
Doesn't show
You know what? Listen. I've already showed you my ab shot. Right, we're back from Lidl. We have done the food shop for. I mean, some of this will probably last the whole time that I'm here. So we need to make sure that obviously what sodium is going in at a high rate as well. So the all important food shop, just different breads, rice cakes, cereals, fruit. We've got
The
strawberries.
off season, you can't even look at a bowl of cream of rice, and then as soon as you start dieting and hunger sets in, and you get that bite of prep, you're like, I can't wait for a bowl of cream of rice. So this is my my pre-workout meal. I'm actually going to eat this before I leave to go to the gym, because me and Luke are only shooting for an hour, and then I was like, shall I just eat my after the shoot and then train? But ideally I want to keep digestion on point, so I've had my meal 1 like hour 45 ago, and it was 0 carbs, so I'm ready to eat again, to be honest. I'm starving. So this is going in the next 10 minutes, and then by the time that digests, it's what, say an hour and 30 until I'm training. So that's going to be a lot easier on the old digestive tract by the time I train, so I can get straight into my session then. Just have a pre-workout drink, obviously, do not fucking miss, with some pumpage and creatine and all that jazz, and then get into the session from there.
I always macro track in prep. I don't have a set meal plan. Zach, trust me, to macro track the whole of prep, macro track in off seasons.
Do you want to be my camera guy?
I'll be a camera guy, yes, mate.
There we go.
Right, do I just hold it?
Just hold it.
I'll
just
do what?
point and shoot. That's all I do with magic eye.
There we
Point
are.
and shoot like a dad at a wedding.
Yeah, Dad, fucking taking a selfie video.
Yeah. You look at where you stand. Like a big golf.
I fucking hell, man. You are.
Right, wrapped up the shoot with Luke. We've been chatting. We've been fucking ages actually, just catching up and gossiping. Even though, bye boy. Even though I hear from him fucking 3 times a day anyway on voice notes. But yeah, I got pushed now, so I'm just getting my subs in. Obviously, you know, do not fucking miss. And a little pumpage. I think I got creatine in the back as well, so this is my make-do pre-workout and fucking camera guy. He's not going to film my session for me, he's just holding it completely straight. Even if I go like that, he just holds it straight like that.
You are following now.
Yeah, he's going to fuck off now, so I'll put it on the tripod for the session. But he's training in about 15 minutes, so since I had that meal, it's probably been a little bit longer than I would have liked, but it is what it is. So get this down me, have a little smoke, and then we'll get into push. There you go, back.
I hope I make the cut.
Right, so in for push B, which is like my shoulder focus session. First movement being the cable Y laterals. Throughout my off season, I've been doing these like on an incline bench. To be honest, just for speed, I've just been coming in and doing it, but just focusing on the movement, making sure my scapula, my shoulders and everything are like I'm on a bench, lie down, so not kind of crunching up with my traps. The easiest prompt that I can give you with doing this exercise is, rather than like just lifting it, if you lifted it, I feel that's when you're going to bring your traps in. What I tend to do is drag it up. So obviously when the cuffs are on your wrists, think of dragging it up rather than just lifting it up. I think that can eliminate bringing your traps in the mix. And also, key point, do not forget to take your cuffs back off the rack, because I've left those in here so many fucking times. I just had one cuff in my bag, one was out in the gym, on the gym floor, so I've managed to tax that back. But one day, it is 𝘗𝘳𝘰𝘶, I'm going to come in here and it's gone. So onto the presses. I got 2 presses. Shoulder press is not on this, even though it is a shoulder focused push day. Those of you that have followed me will know that I've had a niggle in my right shoulder since way back. So Cal removed that during off season. So we're still going in with an incline press. I'm pretty much doing the same presses on my push A to push B. All I'm alternating is the kit that I'm using. So I did push A on Monday with a Smith, incline Smith. Today I'll use incline machine press, and then flat press I use the Nautilus, and today I'm going to use the Nitrum. That's the differences between the 2 sessions basically. On to first press. If you've been following on Instagram or wherever, I've been using the Atlantis. Problem is, kind of get maxed out pretty quickly on that. So I've had to use like calibrated plates in the other room, traipsing back and forth. It's just not worth it. So I've pulled the Atlantis incline, and I put the New Tech incline in, just because it's a lot harder press-wise. It's a wicked movement as well. It's really smooth. I do love this bit of kit. There's a lot of hype around New Tech, but I think this is one of the better pieces, if I'm honest. So we'll see what we get on this. I think I'm on about 5 plates on this, last time I checked. I haven't been logbooking for a while, although I'm back logbooking. Fucking off and on like the weather. But yeah, we're back logbooking. Don't hate me in the comments. To be honest, the last 2 sessions I've done, this is the 3rd one since bringing it back in. The 2 sessions bringing it back in have been probably the best sessions I've had in a long time. Whether that's just because I've got a number and I'm fixed on it and I'm kind of competing with myself. Obviously I'm training on my own. If that is going to give you that little edge in the gym to actually raise your game, then so be it. So logbook's back in, and we'll see what we can get on the 5 plates. Right, so onto the nitrum. These loading pegs, obviously, I think every manufacturer is going down that road now of having multiple pegs to alter the strength curves because it's so popular. And obviously, if you know what you're doing, it's fucking great. But probably 90% of the people in the gym haven't got a fucking clue what does what. So, little tip, if you're watching this and you're one of those that don't have a fucking clue, just load in middle. Every other bit of kit for the last 40 fucking years has had an even strength curve, which is more than likely going to be the middle peg. So load middle peg and then you can't go far wrong. For me with this, again, because I'm in different gyms all the time, I'll go middle peg, and then when the middle peg is like getting or not heavy enough, then I'll start loading it on one of the other pegs, normally the top one, just because it's going to drop off more at the contraction end of the rep. So that is the substitute for the cable sternal fly, which I've been doing on the cable stack downstairs, the close cable stack that I did the cuff laterals on. However, the Atlantis, it's a similar movement to the sternal fly, but what it does mimic is like the most muscular pose, the way you come in and arch around. I always think it's good to do exercises that mimic a pose of you getting into a certain pose. So yeah, I like that. That's a little tip on that. Not really a tip, that's my 2 cents on it. Stack, which was what, 136 key for 7. Pulled it down to 109 for 10. Logbook. The best place in the world. I'm the full fucking tourist wanker. I picked this up in duty free on the way home, and I got a matching pen because I'm a sad fuck like that. So yeah, perhaps this is the only reason I'm back on a logbook, because I got a fucking Dubai one. Who knows? Right, back on the shoulders. As you notice, I'm doing this single. So today, I'll do single. What's that? Today I'll do single, and I'll do seated double on the machine. On the Monday push session, I'll do single only. So I do 3 sets on a Monday of this. Today I'll be doing 2 sets of this and 2 sets on the seated machine. So that was 75 for 9. and last session on Monday was 68 for 12. So as you can see, I'm going slightly heavier just to get my rep range down a little bit, because obviously I've got 4 sets. These initial sets, I want to obviously capitalise on going a bit heavier to get more out of it, and then we'll bring more volume in on the sets to come. So slightly lighter weight, more reps. Simples. As you notice, I'll plant my left foot down and I do a little 𝘗𝘳𝘰𝘶𝘥𝘭𝘺 on the right. Don't ask me why, that's how I do it. So on to, I don't know what you want to call it, the double arm side lateral on the Nautilus. Why am I sitting facing this? Much like a dumbbell lateral raise, you'll see people swinging it up and kind of arching as they go on the top. I remember training with Zach Fotheringham doing laterals, and he was telling me to lean into it a little bit, like lean into the lateral raise rather than, I must have been arching. Form police on patrol. So I do similar with this, is kind of lean into this pad. Also, another tip, the bottom of this pad acts as like a leg brace. So you know, like with a lat pull down, where you brace your knees under the pad. Similar to this is I'll brace into this, and it just gives an extra point of contact to brace against when you're doing the movement. So again, restricting it and keeping it isolated on your delts, which is the aim of the game. So I've gone with a random weight here, 68 kilo, because I tried 15, it was way too light. So I don't want to fucking do 30 fucking reps. I want high reps, but not up there like. So we'll see what we get. On to triceps. I'm going to have a little plug here. Magic 10, the new JP range. I've seen 1 or 2 floating about in the gym in here. Also doubles as a towel. I'm straight in on this. I've been in the gym hour and 20 minutes now. If you're not warm after an hour and 20 minutes training, you ain't fucking training hard enough, bro. So straight in on this. Obviously my triceps have had a little fucking touch from all the pressing I've been doing. And like I said in that last set, if I caught it on camera, I'm trying to keep my sets pacey. So one thing I've learned about not doing the logbook style training is that I've enjoyed having that higher heart rate throughout my session to keep it going. So we're going to use that as well as the logbook. Not get too caught up on the rest times and all that. Obviously between the big sets you have to, especially with some of the weights I'm like pulling off the floor and that. But when I can, straight back in. So 109 kilo, and we're on a tricep push down. This one is a fine favourite of mine and also Andrew Jack's when he was over when I was filming it with him. Loved it. The reason I love it is it keeps my fucking traps out of the chat, because they're always in the chat, boys. And if I could just reach the bar, there it is. Yeah, similar to the reasons why you would do the Y lateral on a raised bench, keep your traps out of the equation, and this is why I do it on you. However, I can manage to do it on the Y raises, but on you, as soon as it starts getting heavy on a push down, the traps want to fucking get involved. Get your words out, bruv. No chance. 95 for 8. Last set. Doing 3 sets on here. So I want a bit of a higher rep set. 82, 75. We'll go 75. I had a question through on the old Instagrammage about coaching with Cal, or being coached by Cal, and if Cal were to retire, who would I go to as a coach? I'll be honest, it's not something I've even thought about, because I know fucking Cal's not going anywhere. He loves it too much. But yeah, I never thought about it. I mean, off the top of my head, if I was to think like, who would I go to? I'd probably go to someone that's close to me, that knows me. Obviously JP doesn't coach anymore, but I think he would be a good candidate as a coach. I mean, he's a great candidate, if I'm honest, but yeah, JP. And then like, if you look at the guys that are also killing it on the scene, Martin Winston's doing very well. But then again, like, are you going to a coach because they're the trending coach or they're a big name? I had this conversation with a client the other day. I won't say who it is. He's gonna know watching this. But it's like, going to these big name coaches, sometimes it's like you're searching for something that's not out there. You're searching for something because they're a big name. They've got like the secrets, and obviously they're posting all their results and they're doing very well, and it's kind of inviting to be part of the hype train. Whereas it's not about that. Like, you jumping on with a coach is about the results and getting to the destination that you're trying to get to, regardless of who the coach is, what accolades they've got, who else they've got under their roster as well. It's about them having the skills, and not just the skills and knowledge, of course, but also like the approach that is going to work best with you as an athlete. Personally, obviously with my coaching, I feel that having that personal touch with a client is the key factor above everything else. Yes, you have to have knowledge. Yes, you have to have experience, and you have to have shown that you can do what you do. But unless you can kind of gel with that person on a level and bring them to where they need to be, doesn't matter who your coach is, you ain't gonna fucking get there. From the best meal of the day, being cream of rice, to the worst meal of the day, post-workout cereal. Not a huge fan, but those of you that have followed the preps the last couple of years, the bowl is still in action. I still use this for everything. Sneezing in the background. Not as bad as my snoring last night, which she woke me up with a video. Do you want to get up there? Go on. Yeah. Right, while she's doing that, I'll just explain what I've got in my meal, what I've got in my meal. 150 grams of Mega Pops, Cocoa Pops, hanging with 300 ml of almond milk, and then 60 grams of vegan protein. And I don't like to drink the vegan protein, if I'm honest, so I make it into a sludge and I'll have it as a little dessert on the side. I might even mix it up and I'll put a spoon in here and a bit of spoon in there and have a crunch and a bit of the texture of that. So this is my post-workout meal. Are you ready with the main event of this video? last night at 20 to 12. Hashtag bodybuilding, hashtag health bro.
And that's why you dive out of bed at 4 AM into the gym and I'm lying there like a dead dog.
Till fucking 9 AM.
No. 8.
Yeah, snoring is real at the minute. I think it's just because I'm so tired. Like, it was that bad. Well, don't laugh, I am tired. What time did you go to bed last night? 11?
I'm tired, I'm not snoring.
I'm tired of fucking putting up with your bullshit.
Cut.
She woke me up with that last night. Yeah, I think it's a combination of just being wiped out, like, because I'm juggling many things. But it did get to that point in off season when I was snoring quite bad. Obviously, it's tapered down in prep, but it seems to be back with a vengeance at the moment. It is what it is. It is what it is. I'm sure the lighter I'll get, the better it'll get. For my marriage's sake. So there we go, that's the video. I hope you took something from it, some tips from the training session. I tried to give you as much as possible, rather than just filming my sets. A bit of chat in between. Thank you for watching. Please like, comment, subscribe, and look out for the next video, which I believe will be, well, I know will be filmed tomorrow with Laz. Laz is in tomorrow. I think I've got legs, and 𝘗𝘳𝘰𝘶𝘥𝘭𝘺's going to be 10 days out from the Portugal Pro Show, so she's coming in for a face-to-face check-in for it. And then the video after that will be the Portugal Pro Show, so we've got some cool content coming over the next couple of weeks. Stay tuned, and I'll see you in the next video. Peace.